Guys, and welcome back to another video. It's me, Cam from Cam's Cob. Welcome back to another daily Chelsea transfer news video, where today I'll be breaking down the Mason Mount situation, Moises Caicedo, shirt sponsors, all things Chelsea. So if you're new, I'm Cam from Cam's Cob, and I do daily Chelsea transfer news videos. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs this summer, so if you could subscribe, like, all that jazz, that'll be helpful. But without further ado, let's get in the first story. Now, picking right off where I left yesterday's video, starting with Mason Mount, and we're going to be talking about the situation that has been happening. 2 days ago, Chelsea rejected the £55 million offer from United and countered with a £65 million offer. It's 8 plus 7 million add-on, so yeah, 65 million. Of course, United said they'd back away after the 55. They didn't, but they didn't accept the 65 million. They're trying to meet somewhere in the middle, so 60? Yeah, looks like that is going to be the most possible. But there's been lots of talk with the contract and Mason Mount, but without further ado, let's go to Fabrizio Romano, who has said, more on Mason Mount's situation. Man United 55 million bids remains valid. Decision made together with Ten Hag, no chance to overpay. United want Mason Mount as he's showing a strong desire to join. United won't make any unrealistic bid. Mount side still believe he'll leave. Yesterday, there was no doubt in my mind that Mason Mount would be leaving Chelsea, whether that be United or another club, but another club has come into the fray, and I'm going to go to Jacob Steinberg, who has said, Bayern Munich are stepping up their interest in Mason Mount and attempting to capitalise on the Manchester United struggle to agree a fee with Chelsea for the midfielder. Again, who's Bayern Munich's manager? That would be little old Thomas Tuchel, who, like most managers, favoured Mason Mount and played in most games. Wasn't his star boy, but was a regular for Thomas Tuchel. So that would be very interesting. Bayern Munich swooping in, taking advantage of Manchester United not wanting to pay the £65 million. It's nice that we have another club to battle against each other, because as we know, the midfielder market right now is getting a bit intense, with Caicedo looking to join Chelsea, but I'll talk about that later. Now, moving on to Caicedo, I'm going to go to Fabrizio Romano again, who has said Chelsea are progressing really well in their talks to sign Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo. Todd Bowley hopes to negotiate the £80 million valuation Brighton have. Now, Caicedo won't be on crazy wages. He wasn't on crazy wages at Brighton, so I'm not expecting him to be any more than £100,000 a week. Again, fits the mould, young player, and the personal terms are agreed, so I would think Chelsea are in the driving seat for this deal. As I said before, Arsenal are interested, Man United are interested, so it depends on this Declan Rice deal, really. So we better hurry up things if we really want to sign him. Young midfielder for Brighton. Again, I'm going to wax lyrical about him all this week and next, where I think it's going to amp up the signing, but yeah, 80 million, a little less than that would be great. Let me know what you think about Moises Caicedo. We definitely need to sign a midfielder after losing Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, and pretty much Mason Mount. But yeah, on to the final story. Now, it's pretty embarrassing that our new signing, Nkunku, got announced by the club having to wear last year's shirt, because we still haven't figured out a sponsor. But more on sponsor news, I'm going to go to Mail Sport, who has said ALLIANZ sounded Chelsea out about a potential stadium naming deal. Sources say ALLIANZ are serious considering a major and long-term partnership with Chelsea. Goes on by saying, notable gaps in the family include England and Spain. The ALLIANZ Bridge would fill one. Yes, we know Allianz Arena is the Bayern Munich stadium. I mean, Allianz Park is Saracen rugby pitch, so, they have something in England, Mail Sport, but alright. I'll ignore it. Let me know, Chelsea fans. I don't think the Allianz Bridge really fits with the mould of Chelsea. Of course, Stamford Bridge is owned by Chelsea fans and is older than the club itself, so it's a pretty vital part of Chelsea Football Club, and is one of the reasons why we don't want to relocate to Wells Court, because there's a strong affinity between the club and stadium. But the second option is Stake, which once again is heavily rejected by most Chelsea fans. To have a gambling sponsor on, it's not great anyway, but adding to the fact that the Premier League are actually banning gambling sponsors, it doesn't make sense. And even more, that didn't make sense, is Paramount Plus, of course, American streaming service, was rejected by the Premier League because, it's another streaming service. They were going to give us a lot of money, but let me know what you think. On a design and aesthetic thing first, I think Allianz looks a lot nicer in the kit than Stake, because if you have seen the mock-ups, they look very nice, and if it's Stake, it's going to ruin an all-timer. But yeah, let me know what you think. We need a sponsor real quick, because I want to see us signing a new shirt. But yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Chelsea transfer news videos, where this Mount saga Don't know where it's going to go, but see you then.